The Zambezi River is one of Africa's most magnificent and powerful waterways, known for its breathtaking beauty, ecological importance, and cultural significance. Stretching across 6 countries, it is the 4th longest river on the African continent, following the Nile, Congo, and Niger rivers. Measuring about 2,574 kilometers, 1,599 miles, in length, the Zambezi flows through a variety of landscapes, from high plateaus to deep gorges, supporting millions of people, diverse wildlife, and rich ecosystems along its journey. Geographical location and course. The Zambezi River originates in northwestern Zambia, near the border with Angola, at an elevation of about 1,500 meters above sea level. From its source, it travels through western Zambia before entering Angola, where it flows for a short distance. It then re-enters Zambia, forming part of the border with Namibia and later with Botswana and Zimbabwe. Finally, it passes through Mozambique before emptying into the Indian Ocean through an extensive delta system. The river's course can be divided into 3 main sections: the Upper Zambezi, the Middle Zambezi, and the Lower Zambezi. Each section has unique characteristics shaped by geography, climate, and human activities. The Upper Zambezi. In the upper section, the river flows gently through the Barose floodplain, an expansive wetland that becomes a shimmering inland sea during the rainy season. This floodplain supports local communities who rely on fishing, cattle grazing, and small-scale agriculture. The region is also home to the Loza people, who celebrate the famous Kiombaka festival, an annual event marking the migration of the Lidunga, the Loza king, from his flooded palace to higher ground. The Upper Zambezi is rich in biodiversity, with numerous bird species and aquatic life thriving in its calm waters. The Middle Zambezi. The Middle Zambezi is perhaps the most dramatic and well-known section of the river. Here lies one of the world's most iconic natural wonders, Victoria Falls, known locally as Mosio Etunya, meaning the smoke that thunders. Formed where the river plunges into a deep gorge, the falls create a powerful spectacle of mist, spray, and roaring sound. The falls stretch about 1.7 kilometers wide and drop approximately 108 meters, making them one of the largest waterfalls on Earth. Downstream from Victoria Falls, the river carves a series of gorges through basalt rock, creating striking scenery and opportunities for adventure activities such as whitewater rafting and bungee jumping. This section also includes 2 major man-made reservoirs, Lake Kariba and Cahora Bassa. Lake Kariba, formed by the Kariba Dam on the border between Zambia and Zimbabwe, is one of the world's largest artificial lakes. It plays a vital role in hydroelectric power generation for both countries, though its construction displaced thousands of local people and affected wildlife habitats. Further downstream in Mozambique, the Cahora Bassa Dam serves a similar purpose, providing electricity and supporting irrigation projects. The Lower Zambezi. As the river enters Mozambique, it widens and slows down, meandering through fertile plains and forming numerous islands before reaching its vast delta. The Zambezi Delta is a rich ecological zone of mangrove forests, wetlands, and floodplains that support diverse wildlife, including elephants, hippos, crocodiles, and a wide variety of fish and bird species. It is also a critical habitat for migratory birds and an essential source of livelihood for local communities engaged in fishing and farming. Wildlife and ecosystems. The Zambezi River Basin is home to some of Africa's most renowned wildlife reserves, including the Lower Zambezi National Park in Zambia and Mana Pools National Park in Zimbabwe, both UNESCO World Heritage Sites. These areas host abundant populations of elephants, lions, leopards, buffalo, and antelopes, making them popular destinations for ecotourism and safaris. The river's ecosystem also supports rich aquatic life, including tigerfish, tilapia, and catfish, which are vital for local diets and recreational fishing. Economic and cultural importance. The Zambezi River is a lifeline for millions of people living along its banks. It provides water for domestic use, agriculture, and industry, while also serving as a major source of hydroelectric power. The river supports irrigation systems that help sustain crops like maize, rice, and sugarcane. In addition, it is central to regional transport and trade, particularly in rural areas where it functions as a natural highway. Culturally, the river holds spiritual significance for many indigenous communities. It features prominently in local folklore, music, and art, symbolizing both life and power. Festivals and traditional rituals along the riverbank celebrate its role as a giver of fertility and sustenance. Environmental challenges. Despite its importance, the Zambezi faces several environmental threats. Deforestation, overfishing, pollution, and climate change have altered its natural balance. The construction of dams has disrupted fish migration patterns and sediment flow, affecting agriculture and biodiversity downstream. Prolonged droughts and changing rainfall patterns, linked to global climate shifts, also threaten water availability and river flow. Conclusion. The Zambezi River is not only a geographical marvel but also a symbol of vitality, culture, and resilience for southern Africa. It connects diverse landscapes and nations, sustains millions of lives, and inspires awe through its natural wonders like Victoria Falls. However, preserving its ecological health and ensuring sustainable management are crucial to maintaining its role as one of the continent's most precious natural treasures. The story of the Zambezi is one of beauty, power, and interdependence where nature and humanity continue to flow together in a delicate balance.